What's up, everybody? Grant Wise here, jumping in live with my favorite couple. We got Glenn and Stephanie Have that have agreed to stop by and share a little bit about how Facebook ads have been working in their real estate business. More specifically, how they're able to take $800 and turn it into over $32,000 in commissions. And that is absolutely incredible. So you guys, thanks so much for stopping by and chat with me a little bit.
Absolutely, man. You got it.
I appreciate it. So tell everybody a little bit about yourselves. How'd you get into the real estate game? Go into it just a little bit. Who are you? Where'd you come from?
So we have been married for a year. We got our real estate license last year at the end of the year, back in November. And it was all basically because of you that we got our
There we go.
license.
Shout out to Grant, man. Seriously, man. I was doing web designing through a mutual friend of ours, and you were brought in and showcasing social hustle actually, and
Yeah.
I was all about that, man. It made sense to me, and I was telling Stephanie about it, and we came in through the back door, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we were
Came in from a marketing standpoint, yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Are you crying, Stephanie? Is that it?
I just put on mascara and
I'm like, man, this is a powerful story. Here we go.
So yeah,
That's awesome though. You came from a marketing background, which is really, really smart. A lot of people, they're like, no, I just got to get my license and then I'm going to figure all this stuff out. And it's totally the reverse of how somebody, I believe, should go into business. You should understand how to get clients before you ever step into the business, because it's the most important part of that business. So that's awesome that you guys kind of came in at that angle. It's so smart. So smart. So what was it about, you saw the opportunity then, right? What was it about Facebook ads and real estate? Like, what was it that a light bulb just went off and you're like, this is it,
Literally, that is all that we have been doing to get our clients, has been using Facebook ads. So what it was, we were seeing people responding, people people excited about something new, like something different that they could relate to us because they would either see us on our videos or, just be overall like in the moment of Facebook because they're using it no matter where they are, waiting for something. And so it's something that is approaching them versus them going out to get. So just the reaction.
Much more of a warm interaction, like somebody welcoming you, right?
Yeah.
Great.
That's awesome. Also,
for me personally, I saw, as I mentioned, coming in, and I was actually doing this for other realtors, and I saw how easy and affordable it was to generate leads. And when I would meet with other brokers prior to my license, they couldn't understand how I was getting a lead for 1 cent, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Which is nuts, right? Which is crazy to think that you guys have been getting the results you've been getting. It's so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, so you see the big picture. You come from a little bit of a marketing background, so you kind of get it. So you step into the industry. Did you have any skepticism? Were you were like, man, I hope this works. I don't know if it's going to. Like, it's all awesome. Or did you kind of just see the proof? Like, walk me through that. Did you have any skepticism at all?
Actually, not really. I mean, I'm not a skeptic by nature, so I'm very optimistic and positive. So I didn't really have any skepticism about it. Because once we put on our first ad, it was kind of like immediate results. So, and they can't be phony or fake because it's actual people who are using Facebook.
It's real information, right?
Yeah, it's not like, I don't know. There's no way that it could be, I guess, made up. So no, I wasn't skeptical.
Also, you touched on something recently where you weren't born, you weren't made into this entrepreneur, and so I feel the same. Like I didn't have to go take a course or something. It was in me. So similarly to Stephanie, I wasn't skeptic. I saw the proof. I saw it. I continue to see it currently in it. I wasn't so when getting our license and taking on Modern Agent Mastery as our like main tool, it made total sense because I knew I was being backed up by the proof in your program.
Yeah, what is it now? I think we're up to like 1,302 students. 1,302 students can't be wrong, right? You got that many people that are out there getting results from Facebook ads. It's absolutely insane to think, what life could look like a year from now. We actually talked about that the other day. So now let's talk a little bit about, we know how you got started. We know that you weren't necessarily skeptical. A lot of people are. We know that.
Right.
We got a lot of skeptics that are probably watching this video right now, as it's being displayed out there on social media. A lot of people are.
I think maybe because we didn't come from the industry, so we hadn't like purchased leads from anywhere before that may not have been good or panned out. So we didn't have that like negative preconceived notion, like, oh,
that's very true.
Stupid, like we came in like we were gonna do it, and
yeah.
Attitude. So.
100%. That makes a lot of sense. So let's talk about it. What have been some of the results that you've been able to generate from Facebook ads?
Okay, so I can tell you about our first client, which was, we just got I think we had just gotten the license.
Yep.
And one of our friends was like a distant friend, but is on his Facebook feed.
Right.
And he was like, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell my house. Let me know if you guys, we're moving to out of state, just like posting and advertising it to his friends. So we're like,
for sale by owner.
And we're like, okay, well, if you have any experience, he's like, let's reach out to that guy and see if we can help him sell his house as like a practice. We kind of know him, it's not going to burn any bridges or whatever. So it's a good tester. So he's like, hey, I know you want to sell it on your own, but if I bring you a buyer, will you pay me a commission? Yep. And the guy was like, absolutely. Yeah. Bring me a buyer. I'll give you, your 3% would be the typical if we had it listed. And so perfect. We took he's like, we're like, send us the pictures. So we took those exact pictures. We made a social listing.
Yep.
And how many days later? The next day.
Literally the next day we had 3 people show up, confirmed to see the home. And
That's
he was
insane.
Really in awe. He even asked me, he's like, hey, is it true you just got your license? I was like, man, I just walked out the board days ago.
So it was a good person to use because he didn't have any we didn't have any connection with him as far as like a contract or an agreement. It was a good tester. And the fact that he saw us bring 3 people, they didn't end up buying. We did bring the 3 people. He did sell the house relatively quickly, but I want to say a couple months later, I get a text message. Hey, we're ready to buy now. And it was one of the guys that we had brought to see the original house. And from there, we took him on as our client and then sold him basically our first closed deal.
Yeah.
So
and that was 4 months after, 3 to 4 months after her license. You know what I'm saying?
That's insane. Happens so fast. And that's like, man, that's like a third of the time it usually takes somebody to get their first deal, which is awesome. Like absolutely incredible.
So that was the social listing. I did recently, I got a listing by posting a fish in the barrel video.
Yeah, my favorite new strategy.
So I literally went out there to the community. I brought someone to film me asking, hey, does anyone know anyone who wants to sell their house? I have families looking, I did the whole thing. And I get a text message while I'm on my way to like a baseball game, like, hey, saw your video, super interested in selling. Can we meet? And so now I'm like listing their house. And I think it was the fact that she could see, my personality, and maybe it was a personality that she got along with or would like, or whatever the case may be. And that's why the video helped out, and it was targeted towards people who obviously they were looking and thinking, and they had all their data and facts, and that's why they were targeted to the ad. So
that's awesome. That's absolutely incredible. I know, you guys have done such an amazing job at taking the training and implementing it. And I know that we were part of the reason that you guys even decided to get in the industry altogether, which is totally cool that you were able to implement strategies from a marketing standpoint and see so much just merit and validation what it was that's done, and take that and funnel it into building up your own real estate business, which is so incredibly amazing. It's really, really smart, to be able to see you guys, tell me what you told me the other night, be able to take $800 in Facebook ads over a few months and turn that into over $30,000 in income. Like, it's just mind blowing to think of what's possible and what you guys haven't even done yet. Like, you guys still have so much that you're going to be able to implement and do and go off and grow. And so it's definitely been a real honor to be able to sit back and watch you guys, go from not being in the industry at all and then coming in and just taking over your area, which is, it's incredible. It's awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah. I mean, those figures don't include the people that we also are working with and haven't closed the deal yet either.
Right. You still got that pipeline, which is really, really important. You got a pipeline full of leads and full of opportunities that you're going to be able to continue to nurture and do business with. And you guys are telling me you're in conversation with quite a few more people. And that's true. That's awesome. Can't wait to see the numbers keep growing. I like that.
Technical standpoint, I like to speak to the skeptic out there, because this is all cool. It's fun and it's awesome, and I'm completely blessed. But like the support that I've gotten, I'll speak for myself, that I've gotten from you personally, from Carrie and just all your trainers and your like staff, man. Like, they've always been there. They've supported. Like, they've answered the questions. They've been there on Facebook. They've private messaged me back. They've showed me their, like, examples, like, hey, do this instead of that. Like that, those like nights where I was like just grinding, putting up the landing page and putting in the email drip campaign. That's where I was able to satisfy, or like not be skeptical. You know what I'm saying? I saw the work.
Yeah. We're real people. We're really here. We really got your back. Like, we're not going to let you fail. If you don't work, obviously that's kind of on you, but you guys grind. You put in the time, and we're here when you need you. And that's been one of my favorite compliments that we've been able to get, is that we essentially have had a lot of integrity around, the support that we've offered. We always tell people we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We're right here. We're in your face. We're going to help you every step of the way. And it definitely makes me happy to know that, it's proven with people like you. Anytime you need something, it gives us great pride to be here for you. Absolutely. So if there was a skeptic that was watching this right now, it's like, I don't know, man, something still just seems like it's a little fishy. I don't know. What would you say to the skeptic? What would you tell him about joining Modern Agent Mastery?
Oh man.
Okay. First of all, since we started and have only been doing this, we have not done any cold calling. We have not done any of the door knocking or any of those types of things. So, I've done it in other jobs and I know how brutal that can be, but to not have to do that here, it's, great.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Sorry, and I would tell them not to join, man, because I want to.
Yeah.
Hey, and this goes to the skeptic. Like, no, like, it's so good.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No, but straight up, like she said, like if you got the loot, which you should, man, like you need to be investing in your company either way. If you got the loot, if you have any inkling of like, man, this sounds cool, I think I could do it. Do it. Like, don't hesitate. In fact, I remember when I was the one that pulled the trigger. I kind of ran it by Steph, but I was like, I was already like, I'm doing it, man. And so, and we weren't even in the business yet. And I pulled the trigger because I believed it. I saw other people doing it. It made sense, that, you traffic people from Facebook, you land them on a small little website, you ask them for information, you give them a little homes list that you get from your MLS, and you put them through this process. I know people who bust their ass, excuse me for my language, but
that's all right. That's all right.
To go out there to make, what we're making as realtors in double the time. You know what I'm saying? Like roofers, you got people pressure washing, you got general contractors who are building these properties, and we're over here selling them. Like, there's no, it's almost like our duty to do a really good job. And Modern Agent Mastery allows us to beat those professionals, man. Like, I'll be honest, I'm in Dade County, right? And it's a proven fact that there's people that are just whack, man. Like, they'll put a listing, put like these photos up there that were taken with like a little like Polaroid or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of professionalism that is lacking. And I was able to, and that's why I say I came in through the back door. I came in through as a modern agent master, man. Like, straight up, I tell people that, like, what do you do? I'm a modern age master, bro. Like, yeah, I may be hyping it up now, but day in, day out.
It deserves it a little bit, right? You know, we got to get our street cred. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. But no, that's totally true. Like, most people just don't know what you guys know. And that's why you see so many agents that aren't implementing what you're implementing. And you don't know what you don't know. And you got brokers and stuff like that are telling them to do all these other old world things that just aren't working anymore, and stuff that they don't want to do. And so when you come in and you just blow people away with complete and total professionalism, and you're able to show people how much farther, how much more advanced you are than any competition around you, there's no question. There's absolutely no question. And there's no question that you guys are going to keep going on and succeeding at an incredibly high rate. And I'm so pumped to be around you guys. It is such a pleasure. And I thank you so much for stopping by and chat with me a little bit.
Anytime.
Hey, anytime. Hey, I'm a ride or die, man. That's my hashtag.
Thank you guys so much. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, man.
Bye.
Peace, man.